Hi guys, and welcome to my look at finally the look at the Predators, Neca Predators Series 7 figures. I do apologise that I haven't got this video out sooner. I'll be honest with you, I'm going to put it down to this guy. I've had Big Red for quite a while. My Falconer took forever to arrive for some reason. I don't know why, but yeah, I couldn't help it, and obviously I didn't want to just do a video with the two, because obviously all my other videos I've literally done them as per series, so I obviously want to do that again, and I didn't want to just do a video on the mid-cloaked Falconer on his own, so for that reason I apologise, but anyway, thanks for bearing with me, and obviously thanks for watching now. Right now, obviously series 7 that we're now up to. I dare say there'll be a series 8 that we don't know about yet, but we'll look forward to that. In this series we have the City Hunter masked, Big Red, and the mid-cloaked Falconer. I will be honest with you straight away and tell you that this is not the masked City Hunter from the Series 7. It is the masked City Hunter from the 2-pack, which came with the mid-cloaked Berserker. This fella. I understand it's exactly the same figure. I resented buying another masked City Hunter just for the sake of having exactly the same things again. Whether the paint is a little bit better or a little bit different, I do not know, and I can't comment on that. But I know that the City Hunter mask comes with the long extended staff and the bloodied human skull and spine, which you get with the Gort mask classic anyway. So for those reasons I'm not going to buy another one, and technically if you need to see the video on the classic masked, then sorry, the City Hunter masked, then obviously I've got videos on that, so I don't really need to do that again. But I just want to obviously add him into it because he is part of the series, but I'm very angry with the fact that NECA included him in this series, whereas as the collector I am, I've brought him out of pack. I've got another one in packet with the Berserker, and I brought him again so I could take him out of packet and display him with all the others. And I'm not going to buy him again because he was supposed to be an exclusive with the 2-pack, and then they just bring him out with the Series 7. So that's my little rant there. Sorry. So for that reason, I'm just going to take the City Hunter mask and obviously just pop him out of the way. There, and sorry, so basically that's the bloodied skull and spine which you get with a Gort, and it's exactly the same one you get with the single packet one. So basically with the packaging, so you can see there you got the Big Red, the masked City Hunter, and the mid-cloaked Falconer. I just want to show you this packaging because I just oh, sorry, that's the Falconer, isn't it? Yeah. Just that's the free on there. Oh, so here's the packaging for Big Red. And what I liked about him is you get. Oh, I'll show you that actually in a little while. To be honest. Let's go for Big Red first because that's the one that we're only really interested in, to be honest. He's from I believe it was made for a Comic-Con, a fan-made film. If you go on YouTube, which obviously are now, and if you watch, just put in Batman Dead End, you will then get the fan-made film where Big Red pops up in. Really fantastic film, cannot fault it. The guys that did it, brilliant job. And this guy pops up for approximately half a second at the end of it. Obviously warranted NECA making one and charging us for it, and putting another figure out there. But I got to be honest with you, I am happy they've done it. For me, Big Red in himself, I don't know much about him obviously, and I don't want to be rude to the people that created him and all this, but for me it just kind of defies the object of camouflage by being bright red. You know, where's he going to be? Where's he going to hunt, to be honest? But I don't care, because he looks absolutely fantastic. He comes with 2 katanas or samurai swords. I don't know quite what they are. I guess they're katanas, you call them. And the detail in them is fantastic in there. One's longer than the other. And he comes with alternate hands, which you obviously pop in, and he can hold the swords for them. One of the main interesting things I like about this character is that the blades on his gauntlet on his left hand, as opposed to his right hand, which is every other figure. But Neca have been a bit lazy in the fact that all they've done is just take this section from this side and swap them over. And it can look a little bit weird. The articulation in this figure is not brilliant, to be honest. I daren't move one of the arms. I think it's this one. Yeah, I'm not going to muck around with it. And you can see the hole there in the top of that gauntlet, which is the pipe that goes into there on the classic. So it's obviously just a mishmash of bits and parts, which we've come to expect now from Neca, to be honest. But obviously it's a new mask sculpt, and obviously got the 2 little yellow dots on there. But at the end of the day, it's another figure on the shelf, which looks cool, and my Predator clan is just getting bigger and bigger and bigger. And I'll do a video one day, or very soon, just showing you them all, because it's getting a bit ridiculous, to be honest. And the last figure is the Falconer, mid-cloaked Falconer. Now I'm sure you obviously agree that it looks fantastic, and he does look fantastic with the mid-cloaked Berserker as well. To be honest, they do look absolutely fantastic together. There's no denying that. There's more of a cloaked look to this Falconer than there is the Berserker, to be honest. Now, out of the 3, I've got to be honest with you, I'm quite disappointed with this Falconer, to be honest. Finally we get the Falcon, which I am absolutely made up about, which it should have been there from on the first one, to be honest. I'm just going to move him there. So we have our regular or standard Falconer. So we have him there, and basically it's obviously the same sculpt, which we've got to expect. And so I believe it's the same articulation. Yeah, it's the same articulation on this one. To be honest, I'm just quickly double checking as I was talking to you then. So obviously exactly the same sculpt, nothing new going on there. It's the only thing that I'm not too happy about is the fact that the original sculpt has the big long blade, which we obviously had on the Berserker and everything, but on this sculpt we have to take one of the wings off the Falcon to put in to his arm there. Now obviously you can see straight away it's a different blade, so that sort of annoyed me a little bit, to be honest, the fact that if you just want just a blade in him, then it's not the same. But that's just another little moan from me, which I like to do. But like I say, the blades come out of the Falcon. Quite worryingly, they might fall out and you could lose them, because they are quite loose in there, to be honest. And it's got the little peg on the back there, which you can either put it into his arm, or you can attach him, the Falcon, into that little hole in his back there, and have him on his back as well. For me, I prefer it on the arm, because that's I do like that look. Also, the reason I like it on his arm is because I wouldn't move this arm. I can't bend it. If I move it at the elbow joint, I am 100% confident that's going to snap. I don't know what's gone on with this figure. The movement in the legs is awful. The knees, I dare not bend the knees. Basically, I am stuck with that pose. There's not too much I can do with it, and he doesn't stand up brilliantly, to be honest. His leg is all out of alignment here, just so I can get him to stand, because I can't bend that knee without the fear of it snapping, and I'm obviously not going to do that. So for me, that's how he's going to stay, and that's that, to be honest. You got the normal articulation in the head and everything, but like I say, the articulation is so tight on this figure, and I've already had one of these clear or cloaked Predator figures snap when I didn't even think it was going to snap. I just moving it and snap. So, but there's just no giving that joint for me whatsoever. So I'm not going to even attempt to put his arm down, to be honest. So, in terms of lately, this is the worst figure for me with regard to the not being able to move him whatsoever. But that's kind of the pose you want for him, so I'm not too fussed, because that's obviously how he'll sit on the shelf. But obviously Big Red is the reason for this series. I dare say we'll have another series. What worried me is at the end of Dead End, there was about 5 or 6 Predators which popped up for, I dare say, even less time than Big Red, so maybe Neca will bring them out. Quietly confident now that they've done a mid-cloaked Falconer, they're going to do a mid-cloaked Tracker as well, so I dare say that'll turn up. It just seems to me that all they could do now is just bring out mid-cloaked or cloaked versions of the figures they've already brought out. If they do keep doing that, then I dare say that'll be the end of it for me with collecting the Predator figures, to be honest. But for me, in this line, definitely got to get your Big Red. I dare say he's going to be quite a collectible, to be honest. And if you can get away with not taking him out of packet, I probably would do that as well, to be honest. I will just quickly show you the packet as well. Just because I like it, because it has a drawing on the back as opposed to a picture of the figure. And I'll just quickly read out the back of Big Red. So it says, the unique red armour and brighter flesh tones distinguish the Big Red Predator from the others in the clan. It is assumed Big Red has an affinity of the samurai culture, as evidenced by his ornamental belt and the 2 katana swords that hang on his right hip. Yeah, katanas. Contrary to most predators, his wrist blades are golden in colour and are housed on his left gauntlet as opposed to the traditional right side location. Legend has it that Big Red has encountered many xenomorphs and an infamous costumed vigilante during his hunt, obviously being Batman. And then you've got the 3 figures down the bottom there. So I'll show you. So in the packaging has his 2 alternate hands there to hold the sword on there. I'll just quickly read the Falconer. Highly skilled in engineering, Falconer Predator isn't interested in following the old Yacha? I can never say that right. Yacha? I don't know. Traditions of the hunt. To him, the hunt must evolve along with its tools. In his eyes, the best way to do so is to observe and acquire the techniques and technology of those he hunts. As a newly successful young blood class predator, Falconer Predator become intrigued by his prey that used flying creatures as a hunting tool. Not satisfied to domesticate and train such creatures on his home planet, Falconer Predator built and programmed his own deadly bird using the technology of the Yacha. augmented by the technology of xenomorphs and other cultures he has encountered in his hunts. Yeah, so that's obviously Falconer's packaging, and that was just the usual packaging on there. But anyway, I'd like to say it's all done, but I dare say it won't be. But that is Series 7 Neca Predator figures. Like I say, the classic, sorry, the City Hunter masked is in a separate video. You can obviously catch in that. I'm not clever enough to put it up on screen. Just click here and that'll take you there, so I'm not clever enough for that yet. But anyway, as always, thanks for watching, guys. Please comment or leave messages or moan at me for not being able to say yacha, whatever it is. And I'll catch you again in the next video. Thanks for watching, guys. You take care, and I'll catch you soon. Bye bye.